Hello, welcome back to today's Mom Life Pep Talk. Okay, today we are talking about kind of emotional freedom and what this feels like because freedom is not needing the approval of others. So, something that I struggled with for a very, very, very long time, basically my entire life, is I was always searching for validation, for approval from outside sources. And what's interesting looking back is I feel like as kids, we always look for that approval from our parents. And also, the religion I was raised in, I was also looking for approval because we were taught to look for that validation and approval from a source outside of ourselves. And so, what that really has done is caused me, because this is how I perceived it and this is how I applied it to my own life from what I was conditioned to do, is to always seek the approval of others outside of myself. And I didn't trust myself. I didn't approve myself. I sought it from sources outside of me. And I do not want you to do this. And so I want you to really think about, where are you holding back in your life? Maybe it's the way that you want to raise your kids. Maybe it's something that you and your husband want to do. Maybe it is something that you and your partner want to do, whatever that is. Maybe you aren't doing it because you are afraid of what somebody else might say. You are afraid of feeling judged for whatever you want to do. And I have to ask you this, where are you judging yourself? Because basically, people hold up a mirror to our own insecurities, right? They hold up a mirror to what we might be feeling inside, and that is where our work begins. And so if you are feeling like somebody is judging you, but they haven't come out and said anything, what if that's just a feeling within you and now you get to tap in and be like, okay, why am I feeling this way, and get curious? You get to be so curious about it, because everything that we are searching for outside of ourselves is not going to give us the answers that we want. You have everything within you. You have the power within you. You get to validate yourself. You get to approve of yourself by knowing who you are, why you're doing the things that you're doing. Because when you show up knowing you and doing the things that you want to do because it feels really good to you, you don't need the approval of others. Yet we still seek it because that's what we're trained to do. That's what society teaches us to do. We're constantly looking at media. We look in movies. We look at our parents. We look at our friends, and we see the way that they do things. And maybe it's the way that they do things we feel is a better way. And then we want to do it different because maybe we look at our friends and maybe we felt like that was a better way, but then we started doing it that way because we thought that we should, and then it doesn't feel good. And then we make that mean something about ourselves, and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. And what we really get to do is we get to go within and we get to validate ourselves. We get to approve of our own actions, because when we are able to choose what we want to do and we know why we're doing it that way, then the opinions of others, the approval of others, it all kind of starts to fade away, because then it doesn't matter. We're doing it because it feels good to us. And I think that a lot of things in society teach us that we shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't trust ourselves. We should look elsewhere for approval. And so I'm going to tell you what really feels like freedom, especially a lot of emotional freedom, is being able to let that shit go. You do not need the approval of anyone. And if you've been living your life a certain way and it's not feeling good, take a step back and ask yourself why. Take a step back and ask yourself, what would I choose to do instead? Why do I want to do it this way? Why do I want to do it differently? Because I promise you, you're going to be a better human being. You're going to be a better mom. You're going to be a better partner. You're a better friend, a better daughter, when you don't have all the pressure on yourself thinking that you're doing something wrong, because you are doing absolutely nothing wrong. You get to choose what would be best for you as a mom, as a partner, as a CEO in your business, this comes across in business too. It starts to carry over. That's when we start to be like, okay, what's the strategy? What are all the steps? What if it's about who you are being? How you're showing up as a person in every aspect of your life. That's what's going to create the results that you want. That's what's going to create the success. Yes, we do need some strategy behind it, but the first thing that we have to get behind is that belief within ourselves. And so if you want true freedom, it's releasing that fear of judgment from others. It's letting go of needing that approval. Because when your mission and your why is bigger than everything else, needing the approval is not going to matter. It's going to be completely irrelevant. So I just wanted to give you that little tidbit today of asking yourself, like, where are you seeking approval of others? Where doesn't your life feel good? What do you want to do instead? And then start to make those little shifts. And I will talk to you next time.